This prologue from God of War isn't just an introduction to the game. It's an evolution of a legendary series and a reinvention of a beloved character. And it sets the stage perfectly for what to expect. It's a masterclass in storytelling and emotional impact. So during this video, we are going to be breaking down what elements made this prologue stand so tall. What it manages to achieve, and how it sets the stage perfectly for one of gaming's greatest adventures. From the very first scene of the game, you can see the rage that still fills Kratos, but this time it feels more controlled, more measured. Atreus' first appearance tells us exactly how this father-son relationship is strained, with Atreus' desire to be seen by his father and Kratos' inability to let go of past events. Notice how he purposely turns his back to his son while he's rewrapping his burns, as that's part of him that he no longer wants to face or wants his son to know about. When Kratos and Atreus make their way back through the quiet, snow-covered forests, you sense this is slower, more intimate and more personal. You feel the weight of their journey before any combat even begins. Each moment is carefully designed to show us the emotions the characters are feeling and how this affects their relationship. And almost immediately, we see this father-son relationship develop. Kratos' guidance and Atreus' curiosity and occasional cheekiness. It all builds attachment, unlike previous games where Kratos was all rage and action. Here he's more measured and restrained. Every line, gesture and small action strengthens this bond.
Sorry.
You are hunting deer, not chasing it.
Yes, Father.
Honestly, what a great addition to the game this axe throw is. And how satisfying it feels when you recall it back to Kratos' hand.
Hold! What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire. Only fire when I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
The moment that we just witnessed gives us a glimpse into the real relationship between Kratos and Atreus, with the son desperate to impress his father, and Kratos' newfound restraint being used when his first reaction was always anger. He knows this isn't who he wants to be, and it's only going to drive a bigger wedge between them both. This first look at combat introduces us to one of gaming's greatest weapons, the Leviathan axe. And the combat, to me, personally, is one of the smoothest, most visceral and satisfying experiences any game has to offer. And I would have to say, overall, the combat is my personal favourite of any game, or at least close to it. Every swing of Kratos' axe is brutal yet measured, and it feels weighty and shows us Kratos' true power, while still feeling grounded and gritty, and its flow feels natural, from performing a perfect parry and unleashing a flurry of powerful attacks. Dashing your axe right at a Draugr's head and then letting go a combination of Kratos' Spartan fists. It all feels beautiful to play, and the combat only evolves the further you progress into the game, and it's a great achievement as it totally redefines what it means and feels like to fight as Kratos. After progressing further into the prologue, you can see the early developments between Kratos and Atreus.
Can I have my bow back now?
Can you hit it from here?
We should get closer.
And how the latter is already listening to his father. Some more combat encounters ensue, where the game steps up the ante, throwing a larger number of enemies your way, so we get to a very important part of the story, which teaches us volumes about these characters, because at this moment where Atreus shoots the deer and Kratos insists he finish it himself.
No. Finish what you started.
We see a subtle but powerful lesson in responsibility and independence, because Kratos moves his hand to place it on Atreus' back, a gesture of support and reassurance. But he can't bring himself to do it, and that hesitation says everything. He has grown so much as a character, but not enough to allow himself that vulnerability, because he wants to guide his son, but knows that true growth comes from letting him face challenges alone. And for Atreus to face the path ahead, he needs to learn resilience. It's a defining moment of learning courage and agency. But for Kratos, it's a moment to show restraint, because it's a recognition that fatherhood isn't just about protection, but about stepping back, teaching, and allowing someone else to carry a burden. And in just a small number of moments, the game communicates volumes about their evolving relationship and sets the emotional tone for their journey. This moment leads straight into the first mini-boss encounter of the game, and this fight serves multiple purposes because it introduces real stakes and tension after the quiet introspective moments, and it tests the father-son teamwork in practice. Kratos takes the lead in combat, but Atreus' participation shows his growing confidence and his role as an assistant during combat, with the ability to shoot his arrows. This encounter also reinforces pacing, giving the player a bigger enemy to face while not overwhelming them, and it underscores the balance between action and narrative that defines the prologue. And it's a pivotal moment when the lessons learned in the deer scene prior to this are applied under pressure.
Boy.
After the troll is defeated, Kratos tells Atreus that he's not yet ready, a brief but meaningful moment that underscores both the boy's inexperience
Look at me, boy.
and the lessons he must still learn. It's a subtle reminder that growth comes gradually and that mistakes are part of their journey.
You are not ready.
What? Are you serious? I found the deer. I proved myself. How am I not ready?
We are going home.
I haven't been sick in a long time. I can do this.
You are not ready.
As they walk back toward the house, some more enemies test them along the way, reinforcing the stakes and introducing more enemy types. This sequence bridges the emotional lessons from the deer and troll encounters, showing Atreus applying what he's learned under pressure. While Kratos begins to balance guidance with restraint, it's a quiet but effective moment that continues to build the father-son dynamic and the tone of responsibility, trust, and growth that defines the prologue.
Come on then.
You want me to hit you?
I want you to try.
Ow! What are you...
Try again.
Why are you doing that?
Too slow. Try again.
Cut it out!
Weak. Again. Again.
Stop it!
Again. Your anger. You can get lost in it. The path ahead is difficult. And you, Atreus, are clearly not ready.
When there is a knock at the door, the tension culminates into one of the most epic and cinematic experiences of the entire game. And the fight that ensues isn't just a combat encounter, but a dramatic collision of raw power and high stakes.
Home.
Kratos clearly is trying to avoid the fight, and that's another example of his newfound restraint, where he's given no choice but to defend himself and his son, and showcase the full scope of his strength and might. The scale of the sequence, the destructive environment, and every strike make this encounter feel cinematic, and it elevates the prologue from intimate storytelling into a full-blown action spectacle. Blending narrative and gameplay seamlessly and leaving the player in awe while reinforcing the stakes of the world they are about to explore. This prologue from God of War isn't just an introduction, but a blueprint for how to reinvent a franchise. From deliberate pacing to a nuanced father and son relationship, and combat that feels weighty and brutal, it achieves something remarkable, and this is proof that video games can tell emotional and epic stories, while still delivering thrilling gameplay. By the time the main game begins, we are already moved, invested, and eager to see what comes next. And it sets the stage perfectly for the adventure that still awaits.